Because we've been indoors for the last few days, I thought I would test out a new camera angle. You guys are currently outside. It's a little bit chilly in here, but I guess summer is on the way and it won't be a problem as time goes on. Now, we've been hanging out indoors for the last week or so. Obviously, I've had time to edit and schedule, so I've been putting out the Bike Fit Tuesdays videos, and I really hope you enjoy them. There's a few of those that we filmed on the same day still to be released, including something fairly relevant at the moment, which is transferring your bike position from your outdoor bike to your turbo bike or Zwift bike. So that should be a good one. I just need to get around to editing it. Our government last night finally released a statement saying we are on a proper lockdown, so no non-essential travel, non-essential shops are now closed. We're still allowed to leave the house for exercise, which is a massive plus. That includes cycling. They didn't specify how long you're allowed to ride for, which is a good thing for most of us, I think. Only solo rides though, no group riding, or with people that you live with already. So myself and Daisy today, gonna go for a ride out, see how things are. Hopefully the roads are nice and quiet, and obviously we won't be taking any unnecessary risks. Personally, I'm really happy that they made that decision. In the long term, keeping people healthy is a very important thing. One downside to this setup, can you hear like the planes outside and stuff? Bit annoying. They've said it's going to be a minimum of 3 weeks under these rules. So all we can do is do our best, stick to them as well as possible, minimize those trips to the shops and look after each other as much as we possibly can. I just want to say a big thank you to everybody who's watching these videos during this period. It helps me out massively in a time of financial uncertainty, especially for freelancers. Without me saying anything, I know a few of you who've hopped onto Patreon and supported me on there. So really, really thank you for that. I'm going to do my best to keep making interesting content. I even dusted off my my turbo. Lucky the weather's nice at the moment, eh? Anyway, time to get sorted. Time for a bike ride. So a great day for it. Me and Daisy aren't doing anything too crazy. I think it's sensible to keep your rides fairly short considering everything that's going on. Last thing you want is stuck out miles away from your house with a mechanical or a puncture or something like that, and ending up having to get help from someone else, leading to contact. Not sure why I've chosen to film while climbing up a hill. It's never a good choice, and I never learn. Now it really is a ghost town out today. The whole way out to the country lanes, which is usually rammed with cars, we saw about 5. So I guess it's a positive that people are now listening. I know that police have now got power to disperse people who are in groups, whether that be cyclists or just pedestrians. But one thing's for sure, it makes some nice riding conditions out here for us. I think it's finally starting to hit home to people how serious this whole situation is. It's just a bit of a shame that it's taken this long. I mean, only 2 days ago there were people at a farmer's market in the middle of London. Don't get it. This really does affect everybody. So it's in everyone's interest to chip in and help as much as they can. Pull! Hole. So I have to admit, I have no idea where we are. We nicked this route off the Giro website, what Daisy did, and we're just following it. I think we're near a place called Pease Lake, which is pretty popular for mountain biking. We're gonna do a loop round, hit Winterfold, and then probably fastest route back. Still barely any traffic. Lovely day.
Can I have a gel now?
You can have a gel if you want. Pease Lake's for mountain biking, isn't it? I guess it's these trails here. I could take my bike, look, my bike's ready for it.
My bike's not.
I know, we put road tyres on yours so we can't use it.
That sign just said 20%.
Yeah, it said 21% actually. So this road is Bar Hatch Lane. I don't know if I've ever ridden it before, but some of you Surrey guys will know it. Daisy.
20% downhill then?
20% downhill? Oh no, it is uphill.
Oh my god.
Alright, yeah, I was right. Hardest climb in Surrey.
Oh my god.
That's what I was talking about the other day.
If I hadn't have had my e-bike, there's no fucking way I could have done that. But that's fucking hard.
Yeah, hardest one here.
Oh my god.
Hardest climb of the day done. That's 20% for a long time. Like, it just keeps going. I remember the first time I did that climb was on a Kingston Wheelers ride. It was a route called the Legs of Steel route, which I think might be a organised event as well. And it was like 80 miles or something. And I remember on the way home I bonked pretty hard. Savage.
All I'm going to say is I'm proud of myself.
Yeah, you did very well. It's
I haven't
brutal.
even cried yet on this trip. My fit's helped quite a lot.
Yeah, you feeling better?
Yeah, I think I definitely need to like get off the saddle a lot more in terms of just having a stretch.
Yeah, for
helps
sure.
a lot.
You can do it on the bike a bit, but you have to get used to riding longer miles.
Still a lot of cars out.
Yeah, I mean that guy's a tyre fixing guy, so
I guess if you live here, you're probably assuming that people aren't going to catch you out and be like, hey, you shouldn't be mixing.
Yeah, I guess so.
But you definitely shouldn't be still. But I guess where we are is central of London, so we're...
It's quieter. It's crazy, isn't it? They've got to drive to the shops as well.
Yeah.
They can't walk there. So a couple of small obstacles, but should be easy from here. I think it's pretty much all downhill as well. Don't know what they're doing to the road here. Putting some metal down. About 50 minutes back. It's been sunny all day. Am I going to have some weird knee warmer tan? Like, what's it going to look like? Oh, gotta be honest. I'm feeling it now. So everyone pointed out in my video last week how much rubbish there was on this road. It wasn't us though, it was a bunch of travellers who came and sat in that field in their caravans and left it all there. Dark tunnel, can't see. They also left behind some horses and now they're just sort of tied up with rope there and I guess they'll just live out the rest of their days. Someone's bringing in food.
The motor's like, ooh.
Are you running out? Running out of juice. You're gonna go to the shops dressed like a genie?
I'm just thinking, I imagine at this point in time, it's probably acceptable for me to go to the shops looking like this.
It's always acceptable to go to the shops looking like that. I think it looks quite good. No? One thing we've been trying to do is support our local convenience store instead of big chain supermarkets at the moment, so that's where we're going to be heading in a minute and try and find some green goodness.
And sweets and chocolate.
Yeah, and sweets and chocolate. Self-isolation calls for eating as much green as possible, so green slop on toast. I'm actually more doing this to counteract the pizza that I've been eating. Takeaways are safer than going to the shop. It's a sacrifice that I'm willing to make. Joking aside, we're actually very lucky to live where we do. Today's ride was fantastic exercise for us, so we're doing it totally within the guidelines. But I understand that it can be quite difficult for people who are living in central London to actually be able to ride outside without coming into contact with other people. It's very quick for us to get onto country lanes, and I think we only hit about 2 sets of traffic lights for the whole ride today. We saw a few cars and other cyclists out, didn't have to interact with anybody whatsoever, so I think mission accomplished. The route was fairly safe. Obviously there was a bit of a risk, as there is with anything, but in terms of getting you one session of exercise, I think it's a pretty decent way to do it. It's going to be a tough few weeks under these rules, so it's incredibly important keeping this healthy as well as your body. I'm going to crack on and do some editing for the rest of today. As I said this morning, I've got a few more episodes of Bike Fit Tuesdays coming up, so stay tuned for them. Really hope you enjoy them. And if you have any questions relating to Bike Fit, maybe put them in the comments below. I figure with James and the power of the internet, we can probably figure out a way to collaborate and answer some of those questions through Skype. You know, some sort of special edition Bike Fit Tuesdays over the internet. Run out. So how have you been getting through the lockdown? What have you been doing
Well, the lockdown's only been in place one day.
Yeah.
But I've been doing lots of cross stitch. I find it quite therapeutic. Keeps my mind occupied. Like this, I've been doing this for like 3 days now, and I can just shut off and not think about anything and just do it, and then have this really cool piece of art. Or you can give it to other people. I'm going to make a few. I've already made one for my mum.
You've had to her?
No. I think it's good to like get your mind off of the news and stuff, because every time you go on your phone it's just like, oh, there's all these theories of stuff going on.
I get sucked into it and then I scroll for 3 hours.
You're like not sleeping because you're just reading all about it.
Yeah, it's just fascinating though, isn't it?
I know, but
Sad,
then it's
but
also just not, it's not really healthy, is it, to do?
No.
But yeah, I'm not going to be at work now till the government says that we can open. Jordan tried doing takeaway for the first day when the first lockdown happened, and then because we have like a big outside area, cyclists were gathering together, we had to then say, okay, we're going to close, which was a really hard decision to make, but I think just the community that we serve, it just doesn't really work for people that are getting a coffee and leaving, because people were still cycling, and obviously you can't ride down the road with a takeaway coffee. Me, Jordan and Jamie are all trying to think of ways that we can still help other people, so I'm gonna probably start doing some posts about micro stitching, and I've been doing loads of baking whilst I've been at home, which we did the other day, and Jordan and Jamie are still going to be working on all of the online stuff, so they're going to be doing Zwift meetups and coffee. Yeah, you can buy the coffee on the website.
Danny's still fixing bikes?
Danny's still fixing bikes for now. I think that's it's kind of up to his discretion to do. And you can still go buy all the clothing and all that sort of stuff. So Jordan and Jamie went today to go give all of our leftover cafe food to a food bank, a local food bank.
Awesome. So, if you want to support Giro Cafe, links is down below.
You're actually going to leave the link this time.
I'll try and remember, yeah.
If anyone wants to buy a cross-stitch piece, it's only £50 for one of these.
Wait, people will actually do that.
Yeah, I know. So buy one.